suddenly can't make it, or this person has to push back their story, so that's a really good time to submit, be like, hey, I can fill in, and I already have my story all done. Or alternatively, if you really wanna try just sitting in on like what the whole process is like, our pitch meetings are on Sunday, where we start already pitching ideas, and then you kind of have the whole week to work on the one story, and then stories are always due by Friday at noon. That's like the normal deadline. But I'd love to see you guys' stories in like any of the sections. I found it really exciting when I had my first published piece. It's really nice having that piece of paper with your name on it, your byline, your story, in this nice like printed material. Like, I think books and paper are still super valuable, and it just feels good if you have something like physical proof of your achievements. That's all I have to say for my spiel. If there's anything more I want to add.
Describe the logistics of how to submit something.
Okay. If it's for are you still doing the extra credit for 310 thing?
Yes.
Okay. So for your final story, just submit the whole thing to us. Definitely mention the word count. I know 310 stories are going to be a little longer than our typical news stories. Our typical news stories are around 500 words each. I think 310 is about twice that length. So definitely, tell us the word count. Just submit the whole thing in there. Just the text, no pictures and stuff. But I would definitely appreciate it if you like kind of attach just a text version, but also include the pictures, or like included a link to like what it already looks like or where the pictures would go. We do like having pictures in the newspaper. Obviously, it makes it look nice. So just kind of, and actually I forgot to submit pictures when my story got published. So I was like, oh, I took nice pictures for the story, and I forgot to send them in when I got published. So it was just like a block of text in the newspapers. That's not cool. So make sure if you want to get published, send your pictures in as well, and we'll figure out where to place them with the captions as well. You can just email, actually, there is that email, the news one, but you can also email that to me at my personal email. Let me write that down over here. There you go. That's my student email. I check both pretty often, but I check my student email a little bit more. So here, if you're interested in submitting, just give me the whole like text document, either through Google Doc or Word. I'm open to whatever, just not PDF. It's hard to edit on PDF. And then, so whichever day you submit your stories, on Friday, we will be editing them. So both the section editor for whatever section you're trying to submit to, as well as our copy editors. So, there will be some marks and stuff, but don't be alarmed. It's totally cool. The copy editors for sure, mostly just going through checking for AP style, commas and quotation marks in the right place. And then as an editor, I like to mostly check for like content, or like it makes sense, things flow, and it doesn't look like a terrifying paragraph on the page. In news, we definitely like having short paragraphs. It's not as intimidating. So if you're just gonna send all your stories to me because you're not sure what section it fits in, you can do that. But if you already know like what section you think yours will fit in, you can definitely just submit it straight to them, and I will let all the editors know that 310 gonna be submitting some stuff. So maybe keep a look out on your emails. And then so if you submit it by Friday, Friday, Saturday will be spent editing. Sunday we'll print it, and then that following Monday it's going to be on the physical copy stands that you see around campus, as well as it's going to be published on the website across the course of the week.
Or do we do the editing, or do you guys just take the story once we submit it and you guys make the changes?
We'll add suggested edits, and then sometime before the end of the day, Friday or Saturday, we would really appreciate it if you'd go through and just be like, I accept this change, I don't want that change, keep it the way it is. Otherwise, If it's just left the way it is, like, I will just be like, okay, accept all these changes, whatever, go, publish it. So if you really want it to be like your work, I definitely recommend after we go through it, then you go through, accept which ones you want, or change, or like ones that are like, I don't know, but the way I want, the way I had it is the way I want it. And then we publish.
Do you know what the schedule for the final issues going to look like?
No.
The final issue usually comes out study week, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so if we want to get anything from class in before the final print issue comes out, it should be submitted sometime before Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Something like that,
Something
okay?
like that, yeah.
Let's consider Thanksgiving the deadline. Now, there are other routes too. They will put stories on the online page that will not show up in print over break, because there are no print issues over break. But you can still see your story go online in December into January too. It's a little tricky getting the extra credit lined up for that, because officially I need a clip in order to get you the half a letter grade. But if you do get an email from Shainna or anybody saying, yeah, we're going to put this online in December sometime, forward it to me and you can get credit that way, okay? There is some wiggle room on this. Really, you do want your story in hard copy print for posterity's sake, if nothing else.
I still have my first one.
It is a thrill. It's a bit vain and narcissistic, I suppose, but if you see your byline on a hard copy print, you can cut it out, put it on your refrigerator, and give one to your friends or put it in your portfolio. There is something about the print version of all this that's got a mystique to it. So see what you can do to get in before Thanksgiving.
I know this is probably another dumb question, but do we have to like pay for anything to like get it submitted?
Are you up to speed with the budget over there?
I mean, I know since the fee, we have like a much bigger budget. We have like twice the amount of staff, because we have assistant editors as well. So you can also reach out to them. It's basically just adding like the word ASST in front of like the current emails, and then that's like the assistant emails as well. So if for some reason you can't reach editors, you can also bother the assistant editors. Except if you can bother them if you can't reach them again.
Are writers being paid?
No, staff writers still aren't being paid, but our staff has increased significantly.
Okay. Okay, one more question. Anybody, somebody, please.
Also, I will say, I'm graduating in December, so my position's gonna be open in the spring. So if that's something you're interested in, just throw that out there.
There you go.
I was going to say, if you send him the emails, could you post the emails for us for the assistant and that kind of stuff?
They're all right there on the staff page.
So those are up to date, at least the email addresses are?
Yes, the emails stay the same.
Yeah, those are defaults there. Okay, thank you, Shane.